Hello and welcome. Welcome everyone. I am Candace Cornelius and welcome to our webinar today. It's all about how you can start teaching English online from home with VIPKID and Gogokid. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a quick screen share here, and I've got some slides all prepared for you with everything you need to know to get started. So let me flip that around for us here. All right. Okay. So this is all about teaching English from home, like I said, and I am your host, Candace Cornelius. Now this is going to be about a half hour, and what we're going to cover are a number of things here. So first, we're going to talk a little bit about who I am, the benefits of teaching online, qualifications needed, the job description, what exactly are you doing, the two different companies, VIPKID and Gogokid, which is better, the application process. I'm going to go over interview tips for you, how you can get started right now, and a live Q&A. Now, this is a recording, and so I had a few technical issues with my previous webinar, so this is a recording, so there will not be that live Q&A. But please shoot me an email with your questions. I'd be happy to answer them for you via email, or we can set up a time where we can Skype or do a Facebook video call, whichever option is most convenient for you. So, who am I? I am Candace, and I have been teaching VIPKID for about 2 years now. So in October, it'll be 2 years. You can see on my profile there, I have taught over 1,000 students. I have taught over 3,000 classes. I have a lot of experience. I have excellent parent ratings, lots of badges, and I'm excited to share with you guys what you guys need to know so you can be successful in this field as well. So in addition to being a teacher, I am also a mock class mentor with VIPKID, and I've mentored well over 100 applicants. Now, what is a mock class mentor? After you submit your application and do a brief interview, you'll be invited to do a mock class. This is basically a practice class where you teach a teacher with VIPKID as she or he behaves as a student. That mock class mentor will evaluate you and mentor you on how you can improve on your teaching. They send whatever feedback they give to you, they send that same feedback to the company, and then the company makes their decision from there if they want to go through with bringing you onto the company or not. I am also a new teacher with VIPKID. Or, I'm sorry, with Gogokid. So VIPKID 2 years, Gogokid. I've just started there. Sorry about that. Now, what are the benefits of teaching online? So you get to control your schedule. This is huge. You can decide how few or how many hours you work and when you want to work those. Now you can work any of those times in the evening and morning times if you're in the US. Now I'm going to go into what those hours are specifically later on, but they do not have daytime hours in the US because of the time difference. So it's about a 12-hour-ish time difference depending on where exactly you are. And so those students, are not going to be taking English classes at 3 a.m. their time or while they're at school either. So the pay is up to $25 an hour plus bonuses. So that is really exciting. You can get bonuses for bringing in new teachers. So that's one thing that I do. They have lots of students who need to be taught, and so they're actively looking for new teachers. And if you help bring those people in, they're going to, give you a kickback for that. Also, if you can bring in new students. So students who take these trial classes, they try it out, you happen to be the teacher they try it out with, and they sign up, you get another bonus there as well. You can work anywhere that has a strong internet connection. So I love this. I can just crawl out of my bed and my commute is from, my bed to my desk. It's super quick. I can eat meals with my family. I I can travel. So many people use this job as a chance to travel, work from home, be with their children, and it's super, super flexible. So I love that I can work from anywhere, truly. And I get to have a lot of fun. So part of my job is to make the class fun. I get to be silly and try and make these students smile as much as I can. And so many of them are just so sweet and kind, and it's just so much fun. I've been, in more traditional jobs, and that's just not the case. Being lighthearted isn't necessarily part of the job description, but having lots of energy and a positive attitude is a big thing that we do here in Gogokid and VIPKID. So, what are the qualifications? First, you must have a bachelor's degree. That is an absolute requirement for these two companies. It is part of what they sell to the parents in China, that they are getting top-notch teachers who are, highly educated in the US and Canada. So you can have a degree in any field. Now, it does not have to be teaching. It does not have to be education. You can have a field in mathematics, chemistry, biology, psychology. It does not matter, as long as you have that bachelor's degree. They also want you to have at least 1 year of teaching experience. Now, please don't let that scare you, because some people think of teaching experience as being in a traditional classroom. I have never taught in a public school. I have never been a substitute teacher. I do not have any traditional classroom experience, and you do not have to either. Some things that count: coaching counts, mentoring, youth groups, summer camps. Are you a homeschooler? Have you taught Sunday school? Do you do tutoring? Have you done after school clubs? The list can go on and on. They just want to see that you have some teaching experience. So please try and, think back, really think about all the experience that you have that was paid or not paid. These could be volunteer positions as well. And if you're struggling with that and thinking, oh, I don't think I have any, please reach out to me and I can help you brainstorm, some things. I can ask you questions to help get your wheels turning, to find out, do you really not have any teaching experience, or are we just not really thinking about this in all the ways that it could be thought about here. So please know, it does not have to be traditional classroom experience, and any teaching experience counts. Also, they want to see some experience with children, and most adults, do have some experience with children, and probably a lot of the areas in your teaching experience was with children. So what exactly will you be doing? Now over here, you're going to see a slide from Gogokid, and you'll see this is a sample slide of things that we teach. This is a slide from the demo that you will do after applying. And at the bottom, you'll notice there are some instructions there for you about how to teach that slide. So we teach one-on-one classes with children living in China. Each class is 25 minutes long, with a child ranging from approximately 4 to 12 years old. All the lesson material is provided, which I absolutely love. I do not take time to create curriculum. It's all provided for me. So I just wake up and I teach. You are required to write brief feedback after every lesson. So this should only take a few minutes after your lesson. Each class is 25 minutes. Now your next class would start 5 minutes later. So we have 5 minutes between classes, and many teachers do their feedback then. They just get it done right after class. You can complete it anytime within 12 hours. So some teachers will teach their classes. They take that 5-minute break to run to the bathroom, get a drink of water, get a bite to eat, stretch a little bit, and then they do their feedback later in the day. Whatever you choose is absolutely up to you. Now, what goes in that feedback? You basically write a brief, a few sentences to the parents saying how the student did and some things that they could work on. Then you rate the student on a scale of about 1 to 5. So their scale isn't 1 to 5 exactly. It's like struggling, good, excellent, that kind of thing. And you rate things like their reading, their grammar, their math skills, and whatnot. And it's super quick, and that helps the future teachers of that student to know where that student is at as well. Next, you'll create a teacher profile. Now what happens in VIPKID is you open up slots. So in VIPKID and Gogokid, you open up slots to show when you are available. And if a parent wants to book you, they click on that spot and they hold it, and that will be a booked class that you will teach with their child. So what you do is you create a teacher profile. This will include a short 10 to 30-second video just introducing yourself, saying you're excited to meet them in your classroom. You'll upload a few pictures and write a really brief bio about, some of your background and why they should choose you as their child's teacher. So that is a one-time thing. You just create that profile, and then it goes on the Gogokid site and the VIPKID site. Now, no Chinese is required. I do not speak any Chinese. This is a complete immersion program. Only English is spoken in these classes, so you do not need to worry about knowing Chinese. And no direct contact with parents is expected. You do not have to worry about marketing, about any questions the parents might have. The companies take care of all of that. What we're responsible doing is just providing that English instruction for the students. So what are the peak booking times? These are times that are going to be most likely to get booked. Now, I don't want this to be confusing for you, so let me explain. Here we have Beijing time. So Beijing time is the time in China. Now VIPKID and Gogokid, their times are almost identical. They're just about an hour off. So the students take classes weekdays, 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. So pretty much after they get home from school. Weekends, 9 a.m. to 10 p.m. So all day Saturday and all day Sunday, they're not in school, so they're available to take classes. Now, how does that translate in the United States? So here I put Central, Eastern, and Pacific time. So Central time right now, we're looking at 5 a.m. to 9 a.m. every day. Friday nights, 8 p.m. to Saturday morning, 9 a.m. Saturday night, 8 p.m. to Sunday morning, 9 a.m. So what you can do is if you're not in one of these time zones, just convert this Beijing time to whatever time zone you're in, because they do require you to be able to legally work in the United States or Canada, but you do not have to be currently residing in those locations. You are free to travel and just teach anywhere with a strong internet connection. So just convert that Beijing time to wherever you are. Now, some things to keep in mind. You can work as many or as few hours as you would like. So if we go back to this slide over here, and you're thinking, oof, that is just a little too early for me. So if you're in the Eastern time zone and you want to teach 9 a.m. to 10 a.m., you can do that. If you want to do that one day a week. If 2 days a week you want to teach 9:30 a.m. to 10:30 a.m., you can do that too. If you decide, I just want to teach for an hour on Friday night, 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. or 8 to 8:30, or I just want to teach that on Saturday night. It's completely up to you how few or how many classes you book. Now this is what it looks like for VIPKID and Gogokid when you book their classes. So you just click on the different slots that show when you are available. Now, please keep in mind, there is no daylight savings in China. So twice a year, I'm in the central US time, my booking hours change because my time zone changes and China's does not. So that's just something to be aware of. When that time, if you are in a place with daylight savings, just to know that those times will change. And you can change all slots that are not already booked. So if you open up some slots here on Saturday and on Thursday night something comes up that you need to do on Saturday and no one booked those slots, just go ahead and close them down. No problem there. Now, most students book classes 2 weeks in advance. Not all of them, but most of them do. So you can have a pretty good idea of what your schedule will be in the next 2 weeks. So let's get into the nitty-gritty of the two different companies. And I want to talk to you about the benefits and the drawbacks to each one. So, Gogokid. Gogokid is a brand new company, and it is a great opportunity for you to get noticed by the company and to get noticed by the parents. Right now, you can start to build a strong reputation with the parents because you are going to be one of their most seasoned teachers on their platform for the life of the company. Because this company just started July 2018. I believe it was July, may have been June, but I think it was July 2018. And so it's brand new and their teaching pool is really small. So right now you can already start racking up those positive teacher reviews and get lots of classes under your belt as the company expands because they have a lot of financial backing and they are doing a lot to get this company going and to get a lot of new customers. Also, there's the possibility of secondary positions. So you could become a teacher trainer, train some of the newer teachers as they come in because there are going to be a lot of teachers. They're doing a lot of recruiting here and they need people who are familiar with Gogokid and with teaching online to train them. And so as a seasoned teacher, you are going to have, a leg up in the possibility of getting some of those secondary positions. Also, Gogokid has the highest pay, so that up to $25 an hour is with Gogokid. Also, you get paid for classes that go unbooked if they're in peak hours. What that means is if you open up your slot that you're available during a peak hour, so one of their busiest times, and no one happens to book you, they are still going to pay you 60% of what you would have earned while you're sleeping, while you're doing something else. And so that is awesome. And I'm going to tell you about how you can take that to your advantage even more in a couple slides here. Also, they have a new teacher bonus right now. I don't know how long this is going to last, so get in while you can because right now all teachers who sign up, if they in the next 30 days from signing up teach 3 classes without any negative parent feedback, they're going to get a $300 bonus right out of the gate. So that is super exciting. Now, let's talk about the drawbacks. It is a small company right now. It has a small customer base because it is brand new. And so bookings are rather slow right now. A lot of their classes right now are trial classes. These are sample classes people take for free. Now, what is the drawback to that? These parents who sign up for these trial classes, they have no skin in the game. They're not paying for these classes. And so if something comes up, they easily cancel or just don't show up. So the no-show and cancellation rate are higher. Now, you will get paid 60% if the student doesn't show up and you don't have to stay the whole time. Or if the student cancels within 24 hours, you also get paid that 60%. And then, of course, you don't have to show up at all. And it's a new company, so there are just new company risks. We never know for sure if this company is going to last, but from what I can tell, they have put a lot of money into this company and they're doing a lot of things right, and so I am not worried about that at all. Now, let's talk about VIPKID. What are the benefits? They are a very well-established company. They have been rated #1 for work-at-home jobs by Forbes. They have a huge customer base in China. They have tons and tons of teacher support. They have an excellent track record, and they are by far the leader in this industry. Now, let's talk about the drawbacks. You are going to be one in about 60,000 teachers at VIPKID. So what that means is it's a bit harder to get noticed because their teaching base is just so large, and it can be harder and more competition for bookings and for those secondary positions. So I'm a mock class mentor. That job right now could be a lot harder to get because they have a limited number of people that they hire for that job, and you're going to be one in 60,000, teachers that they would contact about being a mock class mentor. So those are the drawbacks of VIPKID. So my suggestion, what I recommend that all new teachers do is they work for both companies. You will be a contract worker, which means that you are legally allowed to work for both companies without any conflict of interest. And I recommend that you do that because I believe that way you are going to have the strongest likelihood for bookings, and you're going to maximize your earning potential by working for the two companies. And I believe that long term, you're going to be better off. You're going to have more chances for those secondary opportunities and make more money. And you're not putting all of your eggs in one basket. So if something happens in one company, you're not all in there. You have some things, more options that you can do. So it is a beautiful thing to work for two companies, and that is what I recommend. Now, one of my favorite things has to do with that 60% pay that Gogokid offers for classes that go unbooked. Now, let me explain that a little bit. If you're working for VIPKID and Gogokid, what you can do, you can go into Gogokid and you can open up your slots. Now, Gogokid generally pays more. They have a higher up to amount that they'll pay you. I also make more with Gogokid than I do with VIPKID. So you can go to VIPKID, open up those slots. If no one books it, or let's first say, if someone does book it, awesome. You're most likely getting paid there more than you would for VIPKID. So, woohoo! Now, if no one books it, you can get 60% of what they would have given you just because you had that open. Now, you'll get that 60%. Then you can go over to VIPKID and you can open up the slot there and click the 24-hour button. What that means is you're willing to teach a class that's been booked within 24 hours because we already know that Gogokid isn't going to, you won't have a class with Gogokid, so you can open that up for VIPKID. They're going to give you an extra $2 bonus for booking within 24 hours. They're going to give you your full pay. If it's a trial class and they sign up, you get an extra bonus on top of that, and you're getting 60% of your pay at Gogokid. So now your dollars per hour has just increased dramatically just by working for those two companies. So that is absolutely what I recommend for all new teachers working online. So what does the application look like? Here is what VIPKID's application looks like, and it's very similar to Gogokid. They're almost identical. You're going to start out by putting in your basic information there. Make sure you put in your bachelor's degree and at least that 1 year of experience. Now, what you'll do is if you meet their basic qualifications, the bachelor's degree, year of experience, these other things, you can be invited to do an interview and a demo class. That demo class will be about 10 minutes long, and you're going to be teaching someone in Beijing a class, and they're going to act like a student. If you pass that, you'll be invited to do a mock class. Now, this will either be a 25-minute class or a 10-minute class. Right now, they're currently phasing out those 25-minute classes and going to all 10-minute classes, but it does vary. So you'll be with a mock class mentor, someone like myself. You'll teach that person. They'll evaluate you and give you some feedback, mentor you about how you can improve and where things went really well. If you pass that, then you're in. If that doesn't go as well, you're invited to do another mock class, and then you either sign a contract and you're in the company, or they invite you to do some more training and to sign up for another mock class. Now, Gogokid, it's a lot simpler. You put in this basic information, and then you do an interview and a 10-minute demo class. And that's it. They make their decision from there. If you are like myself, you will be invited to do a fast track application process. So what I did is I gave them my basic information. They sent me an email saying, please record yourself doing this demo class. And so then I recorded myself teaching, pretending that I was teaching a student. It was 10 minutes, recorded it, emailed it back, got an email. We loved it. Please join Gogokid. Super fast, super easy. Now, What are some interview tips? So when you're doing these mock and demo classes, make sure to keep it fun. Read their preparation material because they're going to be telling you things that they're looking for specifically. Practice a lot. Do not wing it. They're going to know. Speak slowly. Have good lighting. Make sure there are no shadows on your face. Create a simple background with educational aspects. You can include a map, a number line, some letters, those kinds of things. Bring props. They want props for all of their classes. Now, all of my referrals who use my referral link, I'm going to be sending them some free digital props that they can use right away in their classes. And then once they're in the company and they teach their first class, send me a screenshot of that first class and I'm going to mail you free props, physical props, as a thank you for being my referral and to get you off to the right start. Now, also, do a lot of repetition in these mock and demo classes. Encourage the student to speak and complete sentences. And check out my YouTube channel. I'm going to be putting lots and lots of tips on there on how you can pass these classes. And last but certainly not least, book a time with me that we can practice together. I am happy to sit down and practice with you, answer all of your questions because I know what they are looking for and I want to help you succeed. So why do I love teaching English online? This has truly changed my life. I had been working in a traditional job and I was just miserable. I remember sitting in the break room of my work and I received a text message from my husband of my daughter taking her first steps. Talk about ecstatic and heartbroken at the same time. You know, I was ecstatic because my daughter took her first steps and I was heartbroken because, you know, I missed it and I was stuck in this job that I was miserable at. And this has allowed me to break free from that and to be able to work from home, to spend time with my children, and create the kind of income that I need. Why else do I love it? Because of the flexibility. Many people have regular traditional jobs on top of this where they go to work, but before they go to work, they're able to, you know, make $25 an hour on their own time. They can work a few hours before, a few hours after work, or on their days off, and they can do a lot of meaningful things. They can pay off debt, save up money for vacation, vehicle, a home, whatever they need. It gives them so much flexibility and opportunity. So I just love teaching online and I am so excited to share it with other people because I've seen what a difference it's made in so many people's lives and I know what a difference it has made in my life. So I want to help you get started right now. You can please use my referral links. That helps to support my family. You just copy and paste those. I'm going to put it in an email as well, so it's simple for you to copy and paste to apply for these companies. Now, if you've already applied, please send them these referral codes here and just tell them, you know, Candace Cornelius referred me. This is her referral code, and then I will still be able to get the bonus there. So I would really appreciate that. Now, if you have questions, please email those questions to me and I'm going to be happy to answer them as quickly as I possibly can because I'm here for you and I want to give you a prompt response and get you guys in these companies quickly to get you going and start earning money and teaching online. So again, subscribe to my YouTube channel. You're going to see lots of tips there. You can YouTube Teacher Candace, and you're going to see a little orange icon about teaching online. And shoot me an email as well so we can get you hired. So thank you so much. Let me turn on this webcam here. All right. Well, thank you guys so much for participating today. It's been a pleasure, and I'm excited to get you in these companies and to get you started. So please send me an email, and I'm here for you. Let's answer your questions. Let's get you guys in here. So thank you so much. Goodbye, guys.